Jai Shri Ram. Text completion. This is the old pattern, but we are doing it because that gives us excellent practice and a lot of vocabulary to learn. And remember, constructing these would have taken a lot of time and effort. So there's no harm. This is not the existing pattern. The existing pattern is for each blank you will be given three options. The earlier pattern, that is long ago actually, maybe 10 years ago, the GRE test used to be like this. The fill in the blanks used to be followed by five options, actually five pairs, and you have to choose one that fits. Usually the difficulty is increased because the first word of that pair in two choices could be fitting, but the second word perhaps does not fit, and only one fits, and therefore that's how it is. So whereas in the current pattern, like I am repeating again, each blank will be followed, will have three answer choices. You will have to choose one of them. Well, I don't know which one is easier or difficult, because the difficulty level depends on so many factors that you cannot be so reductive. Reductive. Being reductive means oversimplifying something, making it simplistic. Simplistic. Simplistic means oversimplified. Facile. Facile explanation. Facile. Facile means oversimplified. Facile, of course, has other meanings. A facile comment is disapproving. A facile victory is very easy. Facile people are very gullible. A facile movement is smooth and fast. And a facile explanation is oversimplified. Now you might be wondering how I managed to remember this. Very simple. If you look at the word facile, Facile, it sounds like it's a combination of two words, face plus oil. Do you remember that advertisement when an idiot used to come and say, and there's an idiot in Kachra Wood who was selling this cream which will whiten your skin, and the ad used to be like this: ఛీ మగవాడివయ్యుండి ఆడపిల్లల క్రీమ వారి చర్మం కొమలం కొమలం నీ చర్మమో రఫ్ అండ్ టఫ్ నీకు కావాల్సింది ఫెయిర్ అండ్ హ్యాండ్సమ్. Right? This is such a disgusting ad which is actually promoting a sense of inferiority complex. No nation, no people, Africans don't whiten their skin. They don't want to buy any yellow cream to look like Chinese, or red cream to look like Red Indians, or white cream to look like Americans. They are proud and happy with their skin color. Of course, Michael Jackson was an idiot, he was an exception. So there are always some fools who, because of their inferiority complex, want to change the skin color, which is a gift of Krishna, which is a gift of nature. And dark skin is actually protecting you from cancerous rays and UV radiation, and all those things are there. So if you look at that, if you remember that ad, face oil, he's trying to sell face oil, and he's saying chi magwadi vayundi adapillala creama. So the first comment was disapproving. Facile comment, disapproving. Facile people buy these creams and apply them. They're gullible, and they think that they will have a facile kind of victory over their skin color, which is not possible. Your skin color will not change simply because some cream has been applied. So and the explanation is also very facile, oversimplified. Just by applying a cream, he is trying to tell you that you can change your skin color, which is oversimplified, simplistic, reductive. Okay, and what else? A facile mind is a quickly grasping mind. So if you are quickly grasping, then you will be able to understand that this fellow is a rascal. He will sell anything for a few dollars. So let's leave it there. Now, why did I get into facile? Yeah, there are many people on YouTube who are saying all kinds of things, and of course their videos are also going viral for whatever reason, I don't know. They're telling students a lot of lies, outright lies, that the current pattern is easy, the old pattern, some people say old pattern was easy. So this kind of nonsense, let us leave it there. Now I want you to go through this exercise. I have sent you in the WhatsApp group, I have sent you the JPG. A very clear image is there. So you can use this video Even if you can't see the picture clearly on this YouTube video, I think once you are in the WhatsApp group, you have the soft copy and you can work. Now let's look at the first one. The company's dash produce new, daring, and socially relevant plays has made it the most dash, though not the most popular theatre group. No, though not the most popular theatre group in the city. So this company is producing new, daring, and socially relevant, but it's not popular. Though it's not popular, so what do you think? Let's look at the words below. Esoteric. Esoteric is the second. Esoteric means highly specialized knowledge known only to those people who have been trained in it. And such people who are trained in highly specialized knowledge are called initiates. I am an initiate of Kundalini Yoga. I am an initiate of Ramdev Baba. That means I am a disciple and I am being trained in the highly specialized secret knowledge. If you notice, the word secret is there in esoteric. The synonyms for esoteric are arcane, ARCANE, occult, OCCULT, eldritch, ELDRITCH. Esoteric, arcane, occult, eldritch all mean mysterious, very secret knowledge. Of course, remember, I'm just trying to give you a broad meaning of the word, which is sufficient for you to do well on the GRE. And don't get too deep into the nitty gritty. NITTY hyphen GRITTY. Nitty gritty means the fine details. See, to do well on the GRE, it is sufficient for you to broadly know what the word means, and then be open to the possibility that the word has many meanings, and in a context you will notice that when the other words are not fitting, you can actually happily decide that this is the one that should be the answer. Anyway, esoteric means secret, highly specialized knowledge. If somebody is uninitiated in Carnatic music, that means he has no idea of the highly specialized knowledge of Carnatic music, and so he will not be able to appreciate it. Uninitiated. Now please understand, I am spending so much time on this word initiate because to initiate means to start. That is a verb. An initiate means a person who is being trained in some highly specialized esoteric knowledge. Uninitiated means a person who has not been trained in this highly specialized esoteric, arcane, or occult knowledge. Remember, there is another related word, initiative. I appreciate your initiative. Initiative means being a self-starter, self-motivated, right? So we all humans, suffer from what can be called the Hanuman syndrome or the Hanuman disease. Now, what is that? See, Hanumanji forgot that he is so powerful. So he had to be given a pep talk by Jambavan. Only then Hanuman realized that he can do that is, crossing the sea and then going to Lanka. So what this means is, Hanuman syndrome basically means we humans have immense capacity to achieve great things, but we don't know and don't realize that we can do many things. So this kind of an inferiority complex which prevents us from taking on challenging projects, that is called Hanuman syndrome. So you also could be suffering from the Hanuman syndrome. So I am also suffering. Slowly I am getting over that. So thanks to Hanumanji, I am getting over that. See, because Hanuman was cursed in his childhood to forget all his powers because he was becoming a nuisance for the rishis. Interesting story, by which the moral is very simple for all humans. We have immense potential, but we don't try. We are scared, or we suffer from inferiority. That's why we end up not achieving much in our lives. Okay. Avid means passionate. Avid means greedy. But avid is a word with a positive connotation. Avidity means passionate interest. Congenial means friendly, a congenial atmosphere. Friendly, supportive. Let's say commitment to provocative, inability, liberal, that. Regressive means going back, returning to an earlier stage. Atavism, ATAVISM, atavistic tendencies, becoming more primitive. The opposite of regressive is progressive. So what do you think should be the answer? Take a pause and work. Yes, the answer has to be C for Charlie. Commitment to and provocative. I don't want to waste too much time. Please spend some time looking at it and understanding it. It's an easy one. This is the old pattern I am telling you. This is not how the new pattern is. Next one. There's the second one. The company has accused its larger rival of trying to dash the retail market in the north by offering illegal contracts to outlets in the area. So this small company is accusing the larger company, the competitor, of doing something like this. So let's look at the words. Bankrupt, unable to pay back the loan taken. Monopolize, lucrative, very profitable. Lucrative means profitable. Lucre is a negative word for wealth. Filthy is the adjective usually attached. Filthy lucre. L-U-C-R-E, lucre. Lucre is a negative term for wealth. Okay. Pelf is another negative term. P-E-L-F. Pelf means wealth acquired by corrupt means. Pelf. Mammon, M-A-M-M-O-N. Please make a note. Mammon is a word that occurs in the Bible. You cannot serve God and mammon at the same time, said Jesus Christ. Mammon is also a negative term for wealth, which is a personification of evil. Wealth is seen as a personification of evil. In Hinduism, we have no such concept, because we feel that wealth is neither good nor bad. It all depends on what you do with it. So the personification of wealth is Lakshmi Devi. Okay. Electricity is neither good nor bad. What you do with it decides whether that electricity is good or bad. You can electrify entire villages and people can become very knowledgeable, study and all that. You can kill somebody with electricity. So the fault doesn't lie with electricity. Similarly with wealth. So lucrative is not a negative word. Lucrative is profitable. Okay, though there is a slight connotation, negative connotation. Annul is cancel. Factitious, D for delta low, to corner somebody. To corner something means to manage to get it. Factitious, artificial. Factitious or fictitious. If I put I there instead of A, it becomes fictitious. Both mean artificial. And some other synonyms, important synonyms for artificial are mannered, M-A-N-N-E-R-E-D. Mannered means in a particular manner and therefore artificial. Okay. And contrived, C-O-N-T-R-I-V-E-D. Contrived means artificial. Stylized, stylized Telugu, stylized Hindi, artificial. Studied, studied patience, studied interest, artificial. Now studied is the past tense of study, that's a verb. But studied used as an adjective. A studied elegance, that means an artificial kind of elegance, not natural. So please understand, factitious, fictitious, stylized, studied, contrived, mannered, all mean artificial. The opposite is natural. Artless. Artless means natural. Okay. Divest, opposite is invest. Divest means to remove clothing or take back the money invested. Remunerative, that means paying back. Profitable, sort of lucrative. Okay. The company, so which one, which pair will fit? Please take a pause and work. Yeah, the answer has to be, I think, B for Bravo. The larger rival is trying to monopolize the lucrative retail market. It's a very profitable. That's why they are giving illegal contracts, and that is how they are trying to capture the market. So I think that's the best fare. That's the best pair. Corner is fitting, but factitious is not. Annul doesn't make sense. Control is fitting, but bankrupt doesn't make sense. Diverse doesn't make any sense. Next one. Some historians contend. Contend means claim. Now this word content has two meanings. Claim. I contend that I am the best GRE verbal teacher, at least in the Milky Way galaxy. Okay, that's too much. Content means claim. I will contend for the post of the president. That means I will compete. I will be in the fray. I will vie. V-I-E, to vie. Next, some historians contend that the dash Germany was forced to pay after World War I dash made possible the rise of Nazism. Now that's a fairly easy one if you remember history and a little bit of what Hitler did. So let's go to the next one. Some historians contend. Content means claim. Like I said, content also means to be in the fray. In the fray, F-R-A-Y. In the fray is an idiom. That means you are in the competition. You are vying. To vie for the post. V-I-E. The verb form, continuous form is vying. Vying for the post of the captain. To vie for the post, VIE. Please listen carefully and make a note. See, the best way to learn vocabulary is to listen to somebody like me who has done all the homework. Reading dictionaries is a painful task and very tedious, time consuming. That's the best way. Listen to somebody who already knows how words are to be used. Okay, now some historians contend that the Dash Germany was forced to pay after World War I made possible the rise of Nazism. So, recrimination, please underline B for Bravo. Recrimination means countercharge. Recrime, you see. A calls B a criminal and says you have done this. B, instead of nullifying that, countering that with counter evidence, B starts accusing A also of another crime. So these kind of exchanges are called recriminatory exchanges. That means charges and counter charges. So recrimination means accusing the accuser of a crime. Okay. Gratuitous. CELO, next word. Gratuitous means free. Something. Gratuitous can also mean unjustified, unwarranted, unjustified. Reparation is the compensation paid by a loser in a war to the victor. So Germany paid reparations. Okay, anyway, that might be the answer. Disbursement. Disburse means to distribute. Take a pause and work. Yes, I think that is the answer. The reparations Germany was forced to pay ultimately made possible the rise of. Yes, Hitler used that. He misled the people by telling them, he provoked the people that you see we have been robbed and because we were weak and therefore we must fight and all that crap. Chalo, let's go to the next one. Fourth one on the right hand side. I'm going to read it. A highly dashed player, the champion, will snarl at himself. What does it mean to snarl at someone or yourself? Snarl is showing your teeth and growling and an expression of suppressed aggression actually. That's what dogs would do. Tigers can snarl. Snarled can also, snarl means suppressed growl. Highly snarl at himself and rage at the umpire with no dash whatsoever. Let's look at the words below. Reticent means very reserved, will not talk to anybody. The mnemonic is Rita sentukotukoni moola కూర్చుంది ఎవరితో మాట్లాడటం లేదు. Reticent means very reserved, does not talk, like our Sansohan Ching was there, na, Prime Minister. Demonstrative means protesting or being very vocal about something. Provocation, recusant. Recusant means very difficult to control. Recusant means one who is very difficult to control, one who refuses to accept or obey established authority. Difficult to control. So obstreperous, very loud, noisy, and again difficult to control. Obstreperous, difficult to control, noisy, rebellious. Corroboration, confirm, increase the certainty by providing more evidence. Antagonism, opposition. Okay, let's see. So a highly dashed player, he will snarl at himself and rage at the umpire with no dash whatsoever. What do you think? Take a pause. Pause now. I'm also working. I think your answer should be B for Bravo. B for Bravo. Demonstrative and provocation. No provocation, still he will rage at the umpire. Next one. Let's look at the words below. Interminable, no end. Cabalistic, very secret, and cabal is a group of plotters, but cabalistic means believing in some secret doctrine and all that. So cabalistic means very mysterious, secretive or mysterious. Cabalistic cults are there. Ancient mystical texts which are difficult to understand, and any society or practice which is very secretive and somewhat mystical, spiritual, difficult to explain, they can all be called cabalistic. They get the cabalistic label. So it's not a positive word exactly. Waggish means mischievously humorous. A wag is a mischievously humorous person who will taunt and throw a barb and be satirical But waggish means mischievously humor. It's not exactly a negative word. Vendible, that means something that can be sold. Vend, vending, vendor, vendible, can be sold. So, though it lasted only half an hour, the ponderous lecture. Ponderous means boring and taking a lot of time, if used to describe a lecture. Literally, ponderous means heavy, like an elephant. So, ponderous means boring, time taking, tedious. Though it lasted only half an hour, the ponderous lecture seemed dash to most of the students. Take a pause and work. If it is a ponderous lecture, it's taking a lot of time and it's boring. So, what will be the word that will complete this sentence and will go along with the clue ponderous? Yes, it is interminable. That means it never seems to be ending. Okay, the last one. Let's look at the words below. Relegate, to push to a lower position. He was relegated to the post of the vice captain. Earlier, he was the captain. So, relegate has another meaning also. Banish. Sita was relegated to the forest. Banish, exile, send out of the city. Okay. Replicate, make a copy. Melding, blending. Decant is a term connected with wines. Decanters are called carafe, C-A-R-A-F-E. So if you leave wine in a carafe, C-A-R-A-F-E, which is also called a decanter, the sediment, some things will be there even in wine, which has been filtered and all that. So these sediments will settle down and the water, in chemistry you must have come across this word, decanter, decant, to pour the clear liquid out. Yeah, so that is decanting. Right, so decant, as usual, I told you words can be misused and used and abused, and they have many literal and implied meanings. Decant simply means to pour a liquid such as a wine from one vessel into another, but it can be used loosely to mean throw out also. Defenestrate, D-E-F-E-N-E-S-T-R-A-T. Fenestra means a window. Defenestrate means literally throw somebody out of the window. So I was decanted from the car. That means I have been thrown out. To pour out, transfer or unload as if by pouring. Well, this was an expression used by a writer somewhere. So remember, words can be used loosely with an implied meaning. That liberty is always available. So be alert to that possibility in the GRE. Okay. Yes, let us see. Concurrence occurring at the same time. Right, concurrence means occurring. Two or more things are occurring at the same time, simultaneous. But concurrence has also another meaning. To concur means to agree. The doctor must seek the concurrence of a relative before carrying out the surgery. So, agreement, sahmati, svikruti, agreement. So, concurrence has two meanings: agreement, sahmati, permission, and all that. And concurrence also means occurring at the same time. Disjunction means, there's a break. Intimidated. Intimidate means to threaten. Bedargottadam, dharana, to daunt. Undaunted means not scared. To be daunted by something. To be cowed. C-O-W, to be cowed. To be cowed means to be scared. To be buffaloed also means to be scared. Acha, by the way, do you know there is one sentence in English, the longest one, which contains the same word repeated 8 times. Buffalo, 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 buffalo. Write the word buffalo 8 times on a paper. Write the word buffalo 8 times on a paper. And tell me what you understood. Okay. Acha. By the way, remember, the word buffalo has 3 possible meanings. One, buffalo is an animal. One, used as a verb, to buffalo, to threaten, to cow, to intimidate. Then that is intimidate, to buffalo somebody, force somebody. And Buffalo also is the name of a city somewhere near New York, some 200 kilometers away, Buffalo City. So there are 3 meanings for the word buffalo. And all these 3 meanings are used in this sentence, are employed in this sentence. Buffalo, 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 buffalo. Hmm. Okay, I will say that with the right intonation. Buffalo, 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 buffalo. So first buffalo is the city. Buffalo, buffalo, comma, buffalo, buffalo, buffalo. The after the comma, the first buffalo is again capital city, and second buffalo is the animal, and the third word is the verb. Buffalo, buffalo. The first two are buffalo. Buffalo is the city of Buffalo. The buffaloes of the city of Buffalo, comma, buffalo, buffalo, buffalo. That means these buffaloes, buffaloes of the same city, and last one, comma, buffalo, 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 buffalo. Huh? So these buffaloes, that buffalo, the buffaloes get buffaloed by the buffaloes in turn, actually. I hope you understood. It's a nice one. Make a note. Ask somebody. Write down 8 times the word buffalo, and then ask them and tell them this, and let's see if they can crack the puzzle. Anyway, Nell is a small mountain. A Nell means a small kind of a mountain, small hill sort of, not mountain. Okay, mound. It can be even a very small mound. Cairn, Cairn. Anyway, students of Pennsylvania State University have dashed the Liberty Bell's original tone, a dash of 4 notes: E flat, F sharp, G sharp, and B flat. Okay, please pause, work on it. I'm also working. I think the answer has to be B for Bravo. Replicated. It's a melding, it's a blending, because combination fits, relegated doesn't. A is out. Decant doesn't make any sense. Reproduced, yes, it fits, but disjunction is out. No, it doesn't fit. Intimated, okay, intimidated. Oh, it is intimated. Intimate means to convey. Intimated, without any words. And Nell doesn't, a Nell of rubbish. So it anyway does not fit. Jai Shri Ram, keep working, keep listening. I hope you ace the GRE with my help. And please pass it on to all your friends who aspire to excel at the GRE. Jai Shri Ram.